Hello and welcome my soul tribe. I want to thank you all for your patience. I've had a lot of life changes, all quite positive, but it has required my full attention, and I've been going through as well upgrades. So we all know what comes with the upgrades, but needing to clear energy, right? And that comes in many different forms. So I've had to focus on that and focus on my self-love and my self-care and everything that has kind of been shifting and unfolding. So thank you for your patience. And if you needed and required that message for yourself to take some time off to avoid burnout, then I strongly encourage you to do so. You don't need anyone's permission to do that. It is so important that we take the best care of ourselves. We all want to show up for our communities and the people that we love. But if we are not doing that for ourselves first, we cannot, sustain our showing up in the ways that we desire to show up, right? We also want to show up with joy. We want to show up, in many ways with, I hate to say our best selves because that sounds so forced and kind of like, I don't know, judgy, and perfection like, but it's important that we show up feeling good, that we show up in ways that are in alignment, that we show up when we have the energy to, pour into others. So definitely give yourself compassion. We're in between eclipses right now, so it's pretty powerful time for change, transformation, upgrades, releases, deep emotional releases, life changes. There's so much unfolding right now. So give yourself that compassion in that time. And if you need to take a break like I did, please do. Okay. Moving forward, we're looking into the zodiacs. We're going to look into what we can expect with this eclipse energy that's coming up Sunday. And I'm going to also go deeper into each one in the extended. Now, I've broken these up into the elements, okay, instead of like the individual videos, because I'm working with the energy that I have currently. And we're going to look into a creator card. We're going to look into the tarot theme. Then in the extended, which is my Patreon, which is linked below, in the extended videos only membership, we're going to look into a clarifier for the tarot card and also the quantum shift that is, happening within the experience on your timeline. Now, keep in mind, these are collective in general. So you receive what aligns, you release what doesn't. You never give your power away to an outcome, right? You are a conscious creator and you shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. So let's go ahead and dive into it. And if you're interested in the extended, that's available, linked below. For my Patreon, those of you that are already my Bloom members, which is my top tier in my Patreon, you of course have access to this. So we're starting with Aries today. Okay, Aries. Your theme here is you are epic. And we have this golden yellow color that is coming through here that is connected with the sun energy, happiness, joy. It's connected with the solar plexus and your will center and what you are creating. You are epic. So you are expanding, okay? You are deserving. You are in a higher frequency or a joy frequency, or that's something that you'll be shifting into, which is quite powerful. Now, for your tarot card, Aries, you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about your ships coming in. It's where you have aligned things, maybe you've aligned your energy, you've aligned your life, and there is this expectation. And I think that's the important word here is expectation. You expect good things are coming in. You expect that good things are here. You appreciate them. But the Three of Wands is saying that there's something that is showing up for you that you've been preparing for, that you're ready for, okay, that you have been expecting. That is a blessing or is a piece of the puzzle or is some resource or something that is important for you to receive at this time. Now, for those of you that were manifesting in a partner, a romantic partner perhaps, with this Three of Wands energy, I would say that you've done a lot of the work to align with a romantic partner. And I feel like this person has also been doing that. They've been mirroring that. Now you'll know by your experience and how that person shows up for you, continuously. But there is this sense of like, you've done it all, Aries. Now it's time to just expect and trust that it is flowing toward you, right? That there are blessings flowing towards you. And you see there's kind of like this waterfall here. So some of it might come from an unexpected source. Of course, use your discernment. But it could be something that you're expecting one thing and then something that shows up, but also something else that is like a blessing upon a blessing. And so this eclipse energy, it feels like, Aries, for you is bringing in these blessings that you've aligned in your life. Whether that is a person, whether that again is, it can be anything, but it's something that you have been manifesting in. It's something that you have been preparing for, something that is inevitably flowing toward you. Okay? Because you are open and ready to receive it. And you see, like, this person here has created this space. There are all these beautiful lights. The energy is beautiful. We have a little candle here, so there's this inspiration. Some of you, especially if like you had writer's block or some resistance to your creativity, that could be shifting and changing. But the candle tells me there's intention here. There is perhaps, obviously a manifestation, right? But there's intention showing up here and inspiration, and the table is set. So there's a table that you are meant to sit at, that you've aligned with, that you've been manifesting in, right? It could be for career. It could be a next level platform. It could be an invitation. But there is a table here for you to sit at that's important for you. And someone has prepared that. See, even has the coffee cup there. Okay? So whatever that is for you, you could see this person as spirit has set the table for you. Okay? And there's opportunities and doorways opening up. It is flowing. It is inevitable. You are deserving, Aries. Okay? So I'm going to leave that here. Okay? We're going to move on to the next sign, but we will dive deeper into this energy. We'll clarify it, and we will pull this next card for you, Aries, to clarify this a little further. And we'll also get a quantum card to see the quantum shift that's happening in your experience. But I just have to say, well done. Congratulations. This is beautiful energy. All right. Next, we have the energy for Leo. Leo, your number is 57. Your card is rise. Maybe some of you are focusing on numbers right now. Rise. You're spreading your wings. You're ascending. You're rising. Okay? And there's this beautiful blue, green, and purple energy. So I feel like you're integrating certain things into your field at this time. You could be advancing in your career, advancing energetically, advancing spiritually. Okay? But rising. And it almost feels like, and I'm hearing like the word effortless. There's an effortless rising that's happening for you, Leo. Maybe you're rising on a platform. You're rising into, I don't know why I heard fame and fortune. I mean, that's pretty intense, but maybe you're rising onto platforms to connect you with the right energies or the right opportunities. Okay, because you're meant to shine, right, as a Leo. So maybe it's not fame and fortune, but it's something where it's like you are a star and you're being aligned with those opportunities and people as you stretch your wings and you spread outside of your comfort zone and you effortlessly start to rise. Okay? And to rise, we have to release what weighs us down. So I imagine with this eclipse energy, you're releasing things that weigh you down so that you can rise. Your tarot card is the King of Swords. So there's some sort of communication that is coming in here. Okay? I feel like you might be expecting this communication, Leo. My nose keeps itching. Okay, so that could be a sign for some of you. Sometimes spirit will like tickle your nose, right? But there is an important communication idea, but I do feel like it comes from this King of Swords energy. Somebody that has a higher perspective. Somebody that maybe has witnessed or experienced your perspectives or whatever it is that you put out there. And this person has some sort of vision or some sort of connection that they would like to make with you. Some of you could be romantic, some of you could be intellectual, but you will probably be hearing from an air sign, okay? And it's somebody with a higher perspective, has some experience, okay? There could be spiritual qualities to this as well. And some sort of spiritual vision that comes through too. I'm not really sensing that this is a guide necessarily, but this is someone who is quite spiritual who might, be reaching out to you. Of course, use your discernment. But they're focused on you. And most likely there is this communication that will come through from a king energy who has experience, okay? or is an expert in that, specific area. Okay. And it's interesting, we have rise for you, and he's holding that eagle and its wings are spread. So the animal, either, a bird of prey, like an eagle or a hawk, could be quite significant, okay, to you and your experience at this time with this eclipse. So I feel, Leo, there might just be a few adjustments you have to make, excuse me, and you're clearing the way before this opportunity comes in. I also feel like it's something that you will sense. It's something that will help elevate you. It will be something that is helpful for you. Okay. And of course, use your discernment, use your discernment with people and their intentions. It could even be information or something from an expert that comes in here that really assists you to elevate within your career or within your path. But it does feel like it's something more spiritual than just 3D. And it does feel like it's somebody who has climbed some mountains, somebody who has moved through challenges and has these tools or resources or this insight to share. For those of you where you already feel and you resonate with this sort of energy, this could be you. And you're ready to release a book. You're ready to launch a class. You're ready to, spread your wings with rise. You're ready to release something into the world that you have created from your experience, organically, that you have created. Okay? And you're very focused on this. You have your vision, you have your experience, you have your wisdom. And I believe you also do have, some sort of guide here that is assisting you too at this time. But it feels like positive change for you, Leo. It feels like you're elevating, you're expanding, you're spreading your wings. And again, the eagle or the hawk might be significant symbol for you in your experience. But for many of you, you'll be receiving something that'll be really helpful for you to help you rise. Some of you, it could be some form of freedom. You're going through like a divorce proceeding, and it was like it's the final chapter of that. It just depends. You're going to have to use your discernment with that. So we're going to go into, we'll pull this card and we'll look into the quantum shift that's happening for you, Leos. Again, receive what aligns, release what does not. And last but not least, we have Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, you have overthinking can spoil the magic. So be aware of when you're too much in your head. And your card for the eclipse is the Ace of Pentacles. So you're ready to receive significant value for the seeds that you have planted. This could come in the form of money. This could come in the form of a new house, a new career, a new car. But it's something you can hold in your hands. There's proof of it. You can see it. You can touch it. Okay, you can interact with it. And it's come from you because you have planted the seeds. It's because you have nurtured this. It could be a person for some of you, if that's what you're manifesting and calling in. But it's value and it's in your hands. Okay? So it looks like what you maybe had to surrender is a bit of the process or the timing around this. Because a pentacle does sometimes take time to grow. But it looks like it is. And it looks like something will be showing up for you. This eclipse will be bringing in something of significant value that you can hold in your hands, that you have nurtured. So if you do find yourself overthinking, make sure to connect back in your heart space, to ground back into trust, right? To celebrate your wins, to trust and listen to your magic. If you're somebody who uses divination, but you're in stress or fear, because I see there's the pendulum, okay? If you're using a pendulum, make sure you're asking the right questions. But if you are like confused or ungrounded or in stress and fear, you'll probably get mixed results. It probably won't be helpful if you're watching a lot of like videos and taking in all this sorts of information, make sure that you take a step back, right? You set things down. You trust that the answers will come to you, okay? And that if you are overthinking, you're in your mind, not in your body. So balance that out a little bit, regulate your nervous system, ground in, take in the nature around you, okay? And shine bright, because it looks like this beautiful blessing is coming in for you. And you're aligned. And I'm also sensing this eclipse is helping you realize too that you are so worthy of this. You're so worthy of blooming in this way. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Sagittarius. In the extended, we'll flip over this card and dive a little bit more into what that is for you. But that is what I have. Okay, I'll be seeing you in the extended. For those of you interested, linked below, extended videos only membership. Thank you so much for being here. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't, and I will see you soon.